I just was so grateful, because a lot of people that are self-proclaimed prophets or cult leaders, they never get held accountable.
I'm Ben Winslow in Colorado City. She became a police informant whose work led to upstart polygamist leader Samuel Bateman's arrest and conviction. Now she's sharing her harrowing story with us. Samuel Bateman's arrest was the culmination of work by this woman.
Sam considered us safe people to talk to, and he tried to bring us into his circle.
Dr. Christine Marie lives in Colorado City, where she runs Voices for Dignity, a nonprofit group that works with people in fundamentalist communities.
We help stigmatize populations, and we are here in Short Creek, and what we do that's unique is that we help the people who are still FLDS as well as those who are not FLDS.
Short Creek is the name for Hilldale, Utah, and Colorado City, Arizona. It was once the headquarters of the fundamentalist LDS Church, led by Warren Jeffs, who's serving a life sentence for child sex assault related to underage marriages. It was in that aftermath Samuel Bateman created his own group that some in Short Creek nicknamed the Samuelites.
I saw that he was gathering wives, and I knew that that wasn't what the FLDS were doing at that time.
Esther Beislein works with Dr. Marie at Voices for Dignity, and she says there were red flags.
He was always surrounded by these young girls and these ladies, and I never, ever saw him with any boys. He's always with these girls.
It became clear to me that what Sam was doing was very suspicious. I didn't have any direct evidence.
Dr. Marie says things in Bateman's home didn't feel right, and she suspected abuses were taking place. So she started to gather evidence for police, secretly recording him. Friends and family feared for her safety.
I was absolutely terrified because, I knew that she had told me that he was talking about blood atonement and things like that. And so I really was terrified for her. And I think if it would have gone on any longer, there probably would have been deaths.
I had huge concerns for her safety.
Laura Riccano is a retired child welfare services lawyer who came to work with fundamentalist LDS church members during the 2008 raid in Texas. She supported Dr. Marie's efforts.
We ended up getting involved with the FBI, and then it just took off from there. It was a whirlwind.
The women and children were well trained to hide the fact that the girls were actually wives, in the wifely sense. But there came a moment when Sam himself spilled the beans. And that was when I secretly recorded the conversation, and I called Sergeant Wilkinson and I said, I got what you need.
Christine Marie was very helpful, and we appreciated all she did. She, along with many other people, provided information that ultimately resulted in the public results, the things that people can see in the news.
Bateman was first arrested in August of 2022 in Arizona when authorities found a group of girls being transported in a trailer.
Oh.
A month later, the FBI raided Bateman's home in Colorado City, serving a warrant in a child sex abuse investigation.
I was relieved when I finally realized that he was going to jail. And still, I feel, I still love these people. They're still my friends, my relatives. And it was hard to sit there and listen to some of the things that they said the day of the raid.
A number of girls were taken into state protective custody. Multiple followers were arrested and charged as the investigation continued on, including some accused of kidnapping the girls from Arizona Child Protective Services.
When people see something, they need to say something. If they know about crimes that are being committed and people who are being hurt, it's important for them to step up.
Dr. Marie testified in the federal trial of Bateman's followers.
If I had to do it again, I would absolutely do it. But I'm very glad that I did not know the extent of all the dark details that were going on, because I wouldn't have been able to bear it very well.
Bateman himself pleaded guilty to conspiracy to transport minors across state lines for sexual activity and conspiracy to commit kidnapping. He faces up to life in prison when he's sentenced.
I feel grateful that I could be a part of helping some of these people regain their freedom and live the lives they want to live.
Police tell me they do have other investigations underway. In Colorado City, Arizona, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.